Hi everyone, welcome to Miss Adams Teaches Punctuation. In today's session, we are going to be looking at when not to use a comma. This is one of the biggest errors that I see in my students' work, and that is the naughty comma splice. Now, there is one very simple reason why so many people comma splice in their written work. And it's because when you were younger, you were probably told that you put a comma where you breathe or you put a comma where you pause. This is wrong. If that was the hard and fast rule, you'd never have to end a sentence ever again. Now, I completely understand why it's taught that way when you're very young. It's a really good starting point for learning about punctuation and the ends of sentences. But now that you're older, it's important that we get this right. When you comma splice in your written work, you are actually lowering your grade in two ways. Sure, you're losing marks because it's inaccurate punctuation, but it also has an impact on your sentence structure and sentence variation. So yeah, losing marks both ways. Now, thankfully, there is a very simple rule that you can learn to help you stop comma splicing completely. And it is this: you never put a comma between two complete sentences. It's as simple as that. Now, some of you will be saying, but I want to show that they're linked. I want to show that they're the same thought. Well, don't worry. There's a solution to this issue. There are three things you can do instead of making this mistake. The first, the full stop. He's your buddy, he's your friend. You should use him most of all punctuation. So don't forget, just use a full stop. The second thing you can do is to use a connective like and or but or. These connectives help you keep those two thoughts in the same sentence. And if you're really feeling fancy, you can use the elusive semicolon, the gateway to higher grade punctuation. Now, if semicolons baffle you, don't worry. There is another video heading your way that will explain how to use a semicolon in literally less than 3 minutes. So tune in for that. So let's look at a couple of working examples. Here are two sentences. I love Pride and Prejudice. Mr. Darcy is a dreamboat. Little literary one for you there. Now, both of those sentences are complete. They work in their own right. So you cannot put a comma in between. You could put a full stop. I love Pride and Prejudice. Mr. Darcy's a dreamboat. You could put a connective like because. I love Pride and Prejudice because Mr. Darcy is a dreamboat. And again, showing that they're linked together, a semicolon could go in there. Or let's look at this one. Stranger Things is brilliant. It is brilliant. Stranger Things is brilliant. The Demogorgon is terrifying. Those two sentences are complete. A comma cannot go in between them. Instead, full stop, semicolon, or a connective, like but. Stranger Things is brilliant, but the Demogorgon is terrifying. So, easy things to remember. Never put a comma between two complete sentences. What can you do instead? Full stop, connective, semicolon. That's it. Easy as that. Hopefully that was helpful. There are plenty more punctuation videos available to you. So if you need to go all the way back to the basics and literally, well, what even is a sentence to figure out whether or not it's complete or not, or a little bit of work on how to use that semicolon, do have a little look at the playlist. Make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already so that you keep up to date with everything that I'm producing. Any questions or requests, just drop me a line in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Happy writing, happy revising, happy punctuation.